Welcome to Marketing Made Simple TV. My name is Jeff Ogden, the host of the show, and we're really thrilled to have you back once again for another great show. And again, we have another great guest, Jacqui Kearns, who heads digital marketing for Dun & Bradstreet. Let's welcome Jacqui to the show. Hi, Jacqui.
Hey, Jeff.
Welcome to the show, and I'm glad to have you here. I'll start you off with the question I ask every guest on the show, and it is, who are you and what do you do, Jacqui?
Hi, Jeff. It's a pleasure to be with you today. My name is Jacqui Kearns. I am the leader of digital marketing for a 170-year-old company, Dun & Bradstreet. I'm happy to say I have a team across the United States and in different places across the globe who supports our digital marketing activities, which includes web property management, acquisition campaign management, and demand generation. It's very exciting to be here with you today, Jeff.
Well, I'm excited to have you here, Jacqui, and we should have a fun chat. Now, one of the things you talked about with me is that engaging buyers really revolves around three things: online advertising, search engine marketing, and paid and non-paid. So why don't we explore each one of those? Why don't you start talk about online advertising, online and offline, and how marketers can best utilize that?
Absolutely. So when we look at the digital footprint and the way the world is changing and how many more people today use mobile devices and big browser devices to get their information, we feel it's critically important to take an offline ad that you might have had success with and definitely complement with an online strategy. So these things can be very simple. They can be display advertisements. They can be using your own internal properties to advertise. They can be different banner campaigns, definitely online remarketing campaigns. We feel it's very critical for your brand to get out there to truly be on something online and offline and complement that message throughout. We also think online advertising should have a lot of keyword strategy in it. We'll talk a little bit about that too in terms of the paid and non-paid environments and how they can come together. So we're a big believer that offline and online should definitely connect in.
Jacqui, I think that's a great tip of marketing needs to all work together and have a seamless message, and certainly combining online and offline with calls to action and keywords is great advice. So now, since you're talking about keywords and calls to action, you're really talking about search engine marketing. So what are your thoughts about today? And also, I think one of the challenges marketers have is Google keeps changing their algorithm. So it's kind of hard to do search marketing. It used to be so simple. You just get inbound links and you optimize your website. But it's not quite that easy anymore. So what do you recommend about search engine marketing today, Jacqui?
Sure. So search engine marketing has been an immense focus for us at D&B for many reasons. We feel search engine marketing, as you pointed out, is an ever-evolving and changing game. I say it's always more of a science than an art because it really is about how to be found and actually how to organically entice people to find you and then get your network of distribution out there. So really from an SEM perspective, what we've always stressed is that there's clarity to the value proposition that you're offering. Make sure your keywords are really tied back to your corporate pillars, and make sure that you are using the right search engines to be found in. We know Google is the largest one out there, and YouTube the second largest one out there. So have dynamic conversations with the team. Make sure you get the right content there, as well as the secondary search engines that might really critically tie into more of a B2B audience or B2C audience that you're trying to reach. So it's really have a plan. Make sure the keywords are stressed within every piece of that copy of that advertisement. And more importantly, make sure you are optimized on the backlinking strategy to bring people back to your main domain. Very critical, definitely part of the algorithm changes that we learned from the last 2 years.
I think that's some really good advice, and I think one of the tips, which I think you just brought out, Jacqui, is it's not always a numbers game. Sometimes you want better quality rather than just massive numbers. So I think that's a great tip. Now, there's a lot of things in B2B marketing that are non-paid, as well as paid advertising. There's pay-per-click ads, there's LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, and everything you pay for, but there's things you can do that are non-paid. How do those all work together? What is your recommendation for that, Jacqui?
Yeah, so we actually have taken the approach to look at advertising on both the SEM front with the non-paid front to start the team thinking about end-to-end experience. The user, as we know from many studies out there, is not going to just go and put a search term in or look to click on a pay-per-click advertising basis. But they're going to go back to your home environment, your big browser edition of your web property, or your mobile property, and say, who are you? Are you continually pulling me through? So our strategy here has been very simple. Keep it clean, keep it crisp, and keep it concise. And if you can do those three things, what you'll find is that your experience will hold through the entire process, that you'll have suspects move to prospects, move to customers, in a much more seamless and integrated fashion. So we really, as a team, plan, and we really, as a team, sit down and challenge and look at the analytics data coming back to say, is this resonating with our audience? So again, clean, concise, and you will definitely be in a better place, and your spend should really work harder for you. And then as you get into your non-paid, it should actually support that and really, again, have a full process around what you're doing from an acquisition cycle.
Thanks, Jacqui. Now, one of the things which I also talked to you about earlier is that there's an offer on this show. Can you tell us what the offer is for the viewers?
Sure. So as we have different business outcomes that we can help support many B2B companies with, we also want to help you prospect and nurture and grow your base. So we are offering our leads, 53 leads in this offer. I do believe that it's a great opportunity to take advantage of some of the solutions we here have at B2B through our Hoovers product line. And we really think this will help kick off and jumpstart your 2013. So really get in, get there fast. Our teams are here to help you, and we really think this offer could connect with some of your marketing campaigns, as I mentioned, both online and offline. There's some great information in those leads that I think you'll find prospecting made a little bit easier because of.
Thanks, Jacqui. And I'd just like to emphasize that at the top of, there's a button at the top of the screen that the viewer can click to go directly to get to register and get those 200 free leads. So now you also talked about buying certain tools, and you recommended things like content management systems and marketing automation, specifically Eloqua, which, as you see at the bottom of the screen, is a sponsor of the show. So tell us about the kind of tools that you think marketers should invest in.
Absolutely, Jeff. I think the great point about when you're doing a digital marketing experience end-to-end, you need to have the right content management environment to support all your campaigns. And the first piece of that is really finding a solution that fits your size company and your mandate. How much reach do you need digitally, and how much real information storage do you need? And why we went with a content management environment was we really felt like we wanted to reuse and repurpose some of those core value propositions I spoke of earlier. And it's an easier way of doing it if you have it digitally stored in a digital asset management repository. And that also kind of connects to your Eloqua point. So we've done traditionally a lot of email here at the company. We love to reach our customers and bring them through lifecycle and nurture programs. And the automation tool, and Eloqua is the selected tool of B2B, it really has helped us bring a whole new dimension to our abilities to market to certain targets, to really reinforce the message, and to make sure that you really are looking at the entire prospect picture as well as the lifetime value of a customer through that automation tool. So we have significant improvements overall from the quality that we're sending out there, and actually the continuity and the analytical return. How does this perform for us? Both systems really work in nice partnership to collect the information and then help us analyze it. We've been very lucky here to be able to invest in two tools as such, marketing automation and content management.
Great, and it's good to hear people having great experiences with those kinds of tools. And I know Eloqua is a great product, and there's one other thing that you mentioned to me before that I'm a big believer in. I want to ask you about this, is customer knowledge, things like buyer personas, and really spending time to get to know your customers. Why is that so important today, Jacqui?
Yes, getting to know your customers and personas and intelligence about, again, who's visiting your digital property, who's replying to your emails when you're sending them out through an Eloqua Nurture series, We feel it's critically important at D&B to really understand end-to-end, the full funnel, and really to not make judgments based on what happened in just the sales environment, but how is it actually partnering with both of your outbound acquisition strategies, and what are you trying to pull through some of your retention strategies? So what we've started to do as part of the marketing organization and integration plan is work with our partners across the business to collect the data from our analytics team, to really synthesize that with our marketing communications and corporate marketing areas, and to put together, again, a full platform that speaks to the opportunities that we can deliver to people who have yet not bought from us, as well as enhance and retain and keep happy those customers who've been with us for many, many years. So it's a full cycle, as I've mentioned before, continuous, looking at the information and making sure the personas are tweaked and nurtured over time. And it's really critically important, I think, to the success of the programs that we have served out there from an acquisition and retention perspective, Jeff.
This has been a great discussion, Jacqui, and a lot of great tips for people, like things like integrating online and offline advertising, using search engine marketing and not going just after numbers, and also integrating your paid and unpaid, investing in tools, and building up your staff in terms of analytics and buyer personas and everything. Some really great stuff. So for those people who are interested in learning more about you and what you do at Dun & Bradstreet, where do they go for information?
Absolutely. So I'm a big believer in finding myself on LinkedIn. I'm an active user of LinkedIn. I think it's a great resource for all professionals out there. So please look me up, Jacqui Kearns, on LinkedIn. All of my contact information is there. I would be happy to connect with any of you. I'm part of different organizations on LinkedIn that sponsor digital marketing forums. And again, we're really here as a digital community. So please make sure that you just reach out to me. There is the best way, and I will be happy to share specific examples of how we can help companies of smaller size, of larger size. We've been doing this for quite some time here, and I'd be happy to share my experiences as well as any information that you feel can help drive your business forward.
Thank you, Jacqui.
So thanks again, Jeff. It's really been a great time with you today, and I look forward to future opportunities to work with your viewers.
I want to thank Jacqui for being a guest on the show today. She was a great guest and some really good insights. Just to summarize, you need to integrate online and offline advertising. You need to go after search engine marketing and find the niches that work best for you. You need to integrate online and offline. You need to invest in tools like Eloqua and content management software. So really good stuff. Before we go, we want to do a quick thank you for all our sponsors because they make the show possible. Avatage, video content marketing company, go to avatage.com. Digital Ethos, digitalethos.org, nonprofit marketing information, great stuff. Communication Strategy Group, brand telling, PR, communicationstrategygroup.com. Eloqua is eloqua.com. You heard from a happy Eloqua customer on the show, so it's great. And Watcha2 provides this great platform we use for our TV on the web show. Marketing Made Simple TV premieres every Thursday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific at marketingmadesimple.tv and many, many other websites. So until next week, we'll see you next time on Marketing Made Simple TV.